training people.
It's almost scary in some ways, but I mean, I for a fact know there's plenty of incredible instructors out there in all different disciplines of martial arts, and the key is to finding that right person, because then it doesn't really matter what style you're learning, because you will adapt to it, because the instructor will make it exciting. I mean, it's like saying somebody's got a doctorate in, mechanical engineering, somebody's got a doctorate in philosophy. Oh, that guy, one must be boring or whatever. Not true. I mean, somebody must have showed them a way, saying this is a great field, get into it. So I think the teacher makes the big difference. I think the martial arts itself, when you look at it, even as big as it is, it's a small industry when you take the true masters and you sit them down. I guarantee you they will all be thinking in the same wavelength.
Absolutely. It makes a lot of sense. How do you select your instructors?
That's
you have 4 schools. You have a lot of staffing to them.
That's the most interesting thing about my studios. They're all homegrown. Yeah, so when I tell people that, they're like, what do you mean? I said, these people came to me as beginners, and they climbed up, taking all the tests up to black belt and then beyond black belts. I mean, most of them, my least senior staff has 20 years of experience under me.
Oh, wow.
Up to 37 years. So they started with me since I was a kid, a lot of them, and they're still there, and now they're running my studios. So I think that's what makes my studios very unique, because I think very few schools you will see that. Usually they're higher, like every other industry, but incredible to say that. I mean, all these years, all my staff members started with me from day one. So, I mean, some of them, years back, I used to take them to Disney. I had a vacation home down in Orlando. I would take groups down with me. I mean, when they were kids, So I kind of saw them grow up. Now they're, grown men. I mean, it's like they got kids of their own, so it's a whole different story.
That's interesting. I like that fact. And you can basically attest for yourself how good they are.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to say too loud, but sometimes, in some cases, they're even better than family. 'Cause, family has its own issues, but we all have the same philosophy, and there's so much respect, even between us, just knowing each other for so many years.
That's amazing.
Incredible environment.
I love it. Stay with us. You're watching Beyond Focus TV. We'll be right back. You're watching Beyond Focus TV. I'm Lydia Patel, sitting here with Grandmaster Kang, a great martial artist. And guess what? This book just came out just over a month ago.
Yes.
Where can we pick up this book? Let's talk about the book and what it's really focusing on. Is Black Belt Fitness for Life. Black Belt Fitness for Life. What does that really mean?
So this book took a few years in the making. Originally, the company asked me to do just a traditional Taekwondo book. And I said, a lot of people are very intimidated with martial arts. They hear the word martial arts and they start punching, kicking, and that's not for me type of thing. So I asked them, what would it take if I can create a well-fitness, well-being book, something about a lifestyle versus just fighting. So they agreed. What I did is I incorporated a few different things. The first thing was I kind of explained the philosophy of some of the exercise that we do and how it can be incorporated into just a regular day, daily function. So some of the martial, especially in Taekwondo, we do a lot of stretching. And I think the problem is as we age, our bodies age. And when you say age, what do we lose? Okay, people say you lose muscle tone and all these things. Really, you lose flexibility.
You lose elasticity.
Yeah, and then when you lose that, that's how you hurt yourself. If you're bending down and you're trying to pick up something and you slip a disc, you hear these things all the time, it's because the flexibility decreases. So I incorporate some of the Taekwondo exercises that we do to keep that working, the flexibility part. And far as the black belt fitness for life, the way I put it that way is because it's, there's so many programs out there that are pushing you to get these quick results. Like, 30 days, 60 days, lose 20 pounds, lose 30 pounds, get the six pack, look incredible. And my thing is, okay, let's say you can do that. Let's say you can do that in, let's say, 60 days or 90 days. My thing is, what happens after? So this is so the key is, can you maintain that rhythm? Impossible. You look at all the professional athletes in any field. That's why off season they get out of shape, and then they have to do pre-training, spring training, whatever, and then they start getting them back into it, because to train at that intensity, first of all, it's not healthy.
Yeah.
Because you're definitely going to wind up hurting yourself severely. But it's no way you can sustain that type of training for the rest of your life. So this book is to give you the confidence to say, hey, I can do this for the rest of my life. So it's not a quick fix book. It's not like 60 days, you do this, or as I put it, in 7 weeks, you're going to get this ultimate body. In 7 weeks, your mind and your body will be set to take you for the rest of your life. It's different. It's a different concept.
Do you incorporate meals and eating, how to change all that? Because we all know it's 80% nutrition and 20% fitness.
Yes.
For weight loss, at least.
But I don't really push weight loss that much. Now you're probably saying, how is that? When you ask somebody, like, oh, you're gonna lose weight, right? So what are you gonna start doing? The first thing they'll go, I'm gonna eat less. And I usually think, that's not a good sign. What I would do, and what I would encourage them to do, is start exercising first. Because once you start exercising and you start feeling good about yourself, you will change your nutrition. Because, you walk, let's say you did 1 hour of exercise, either walking and some weights and some stretching. You're not going to, after that, have a big meal. You're going to be like, wow, I just put myself through some good workout here. I don't know if I want to put that stuff back into my body. Maybe I'll be a little bit more cautious. And what'll happen with each day that goes on, your mind will get stronger and saying, oh, I'm definitely not going to eat that. Oh, I'm going to skip dessert. I'm not going to have that soda. And that's what's going to happen. So I don't like to use the word dieting, because I don't think that's the proper approach, because that means you're going to be dieting for the rest of your life. Well, it's going to be a pretty boring life.
Doesn't work anyway.
The key is to understand, to eat a well-balanced meal. That's the key. I mean, like myself, for the last 35 years, I'm the same height and the same weight. I will never transition more than 2-3 pounds. I might sometimes do something a little bit extreme. People in the fitness industry might say, wow, that's crazy. But let's say I had a weekend of heavy eating. Soon as the next day starts, for a day or two, I might almost cut the eating to half. Because the key thing is to take care of it immediately. Because if you prolong that for a week, that's 5 pounds. 2 weeks could be another 5. So the key thing is to immediately get to it, take care of it immediately, and then your body will adjust again. But I'm not a big fan of dieting, but I'm a big fan of portion controlling.
Yes.
And that's something I really stress in the book, how to portion yourself. Try to eat your larger meals earlier. As you go out through the day, decrease your meals where by the evening time, it's nothing more than a snack for dinner.
Yeah, that's how I
So
try
just
to
kind of reversing the cycle, because the way we think is have, go from
Light.
small, right, then gradually increase, where at the end of the day when you're having dinner, you just want to sit down and
See.
you're gone, right? You can't move afterwards. So kind of reversing that whole psychology.
Absolutely. Where can we get in contact with you before we run out of time? How do we get in contact with the school? What's your Facebook? All that
Best thing
stuff.
is our website. The website is T, my first initial, and then my last name, Kang, TKD, that stands for Taekwondo.com. If you go on the site, you will see first of all, history of our school, which is something that I think makes,
So
again,
unique.
our school very unique. And then you will see all my locations, my 4 different locations in the metropolitan area. I hope that this interview, can really kind of open people's eyes to martial arts training, because it really is a lot of fun.
It is. It is. I'm reading about it. Maybe we might get me in for a class, and we have to film it.
That'll be dynamite. That'll be
We'll see
excellent.
what we could finagle our way into. Long time I haven't done a class, so to have Grandmaster.
It's never
with
too
me-
late.
It's never too late. That's what we're saying. You're never too old. I was kind of checking. Well, Grandmaster, thank you so much.
Thank you. I'm really honored for having me here. Thank you.
You're very
Thank
welcome.
you.
And if anyone at home wants to get in contact, the information will be on our website as well. We'll have all that for you. If you have any questions or comments, you can send us an email at info@beyondfocusmedia.com. I'm your host, Lydia Patel. Thank you so much for joining us. And as always, we'll be back again next week. Same time, same place. You're watching Beyond Focus TV. Stay with us. Beyond Focus TV show wants and needs your feedback. Did we blunder? Please let us know so we can improve. Was the show helpful to you? Drop us a note so we can share the success with our staff members. Is there something you think we could do better? We welcome new ideas and new approaches to old ideas. Do you have a great suggestion? Let us know and we'll work on it. If you would like to share your comments anonymously, please send us an email at info@beyondfocusmedia.com. If you want to get in touch with the executive producer directly, send him an email at gene@beyondfocusmedia.com. We really look forward to hearing from you.